annoying.
Yeah, that was one of the wrong decisions I made. But also the question is now, they are hyper casual studio. Well, they were. Now you need to have designers with experience in match 3.
Yes,
to build these type of games.
This is
That's the
completely
thing.
normal, casual puzzle game. And it's all based on your retention curve, which is the reflection of the quality of your level design, which is exactly this: mechanics, puzzle setup, and how much you end up with these.
This is no bullshit gaming podcast, 2.5 gamers. Sharing actionable insights, dropping knowledge from our day-to-day user acquisition, game design, and ad monetization jobs. We are definitely not discussing the latest industry news, but having so much fun. Let's not forget this is a 4 a.m. conference discussion vibe, so let's not take it too seriously.
Oh my God. Welcome everybody. This is session number 89. My name is Matej Lancaric.
I'm Felix Braberg.
And I'm Jakub Remia.
And we are your hosts. And we are also your consultants on the UA, ad monetization, and game design side. So if you need help with growing your game, let us know. We're here for you. Better, Felix? All good? Amazing. So for everybody, I just had to redo the intro because I forgot about a few things. But anyway, we are talking about today about another hybrid casual game, because hybrids are the hot shit on the market at the moment. And what is not the hot shit on the market is the previous episode, because nobody cares about Zenless Zone Zero because it's too niche.
Man, I had so many thoughts about that after we did the episode, because I was looking at the DAU. It's their whole portfolio DAU is always 4.5 million. So basically, Remia thinks is important. And I was just looking at it. I found it extremely predatory, because the average purchase price on this, they must spend all their money on this game because they're infatuated and addicted.
Games on the planet.
It's not.
It's not.
The cultural impact that these games have are so minute compared to a Supercell than anything else.
The revenue they do on console.
Yeah,
and
it's
PC.
just revenue, man. It's it's revenue.
Just the revenue.
Yeah, please continue arguing.
It's just revenue, man. 4.5 million people, it's a lot, sure, but in the context of gaming, it's minute. There's gaming companies that have 100 million.
That's
DAU.
mobile only.
Mobile only. My mic even fell from the table. Well, because I don't think that my mic cares as well.
I think the numbers from our worst performing podcast episode since we started the podcast speak for themselves. No one cares.
No. It's not that bad actually, but it's super niche.
It's not good.
It's super niche, and that's why we actually picked one game that is growing like fucking wildfire. And it's been growing since it was in soft launch. Since it was global launch. Let's call it that.
Global launch, soft launch. It was last year.
Yeah, that's the thing. We
can talk about. We can talk. Long time.
Yeah, we can talk about that. What's exactly soft launch and what was, in my opinion, market testing. But yeah, we can definitely talk about it. And what is the game called? It's Block Jam 3D, and it was developed by Voodoo. Well, it wasn't developed by Voodoo. It was published by Voodoo. It's Party Up developer, but still, it's under Voodoo's account. So, congrats, Voodoo. And
but if I understand correctly, aren't there internal Voodoo studio? Because I was seeing jobs positions in that studio on Voodoo site. So I don't know.
Well, you should now.
This is also a question I've had about these companies when they're building their templates, like Say Games, Voodoo. They're all working on templates, but how do they distribute that with external developers, and how do you share that stuff, or do you only use your internal teams to build on the template?
So
I have no idea.
With Say Games, they redistributed the knowledge because 3 different studios use the same core gameplay template. But the question is who's directly under Say Games. And I think there's where this kind of gray zone starts, because this is the thing where currently hyper-casual publishers are transitioning into hybrid casual kind of publishing developer houses. And it's, I think, pretty much jumping the barricade at some point, where either people jump or whole studios jump, or we'll see that later. But in the end, they need to have product know-how stay with the company. They cannot just have everything external.
Yeah, but Party Up Games, they have 9 games, over 100 million downloads. Recent games are Block Jam 3D, they're Golf Guys, Cooking Craft, and some other games like Uphill Run, whatever else. And it's just 2 guys. Well, it's founding team like Brock Matter and Austin Schaff. And that's it, basically. So...
Back to the glory days, huh?
Yeah.
About to keep in mind just development. No analytics, no UA, blah, 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 everything that Voodoo does there.
Blah, blah, blah. Voodoo is hiring in Chicago for level designer for Party Up Studio.
Yeah.
So again...
That's what I was saying. They have, by the way, 2 or 3 game design economist position on the site.
Oh, wait. This is interesting. Party Up Studio is part of Voodoo's live gaming team made up of hybrid casual, mid-core experts.
See?
Okay,
that's cool.
So
that makes sense.
Voodoo is creating a small experimentation team with a big mission. Find the best ways to entertain the world by taking our best hits to a new level. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, what Matej is reading currently, Voodoo released this kind of a 10-year anniversary article.
Yes, it's in there. Like there's like this like entertaining the world kind of.
But there was always their mission in a way. Like it's pretty much translates into like we want to have the lowest CPIs on the market, so we're gonna target everyone.
By the way, happy birthday, Voodoo! 10 years. Yeah. It's been a hell of a journey. Yeah. For 2.5 Gamers, Vicious, you guys are very happy birthday.
Very happy birthday. Yeah,
and it's actually getting better, I would say. Like last time we were looking at this company, I was, let's say, a little bit more skeptic, but now I'm a little bit more positive seeing the portfolio changes.
Yeah,
Voodoo will be here for the ride.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, like they said in their like 10 years blog post, which is kind of interesting take, very similar to what Ilka did with Supercell in the last 2 years. This is very similar. Also, the call to action at the end is, hey, we're hiring. So
times are changing and everybody is hiring like hell.
Yeah, obviously for hybrid casual as well. But then I think they said kind of it's been an adventurous journey full of hard work, fun and mistakes, ups and downs, breakthroughs, failures, and whatever else, which is interesting. But then they also, different. Their CEO mentioned this like interesting journey, obviously, and the thumbnail says a lot. Also, like there's like the year 2013 versus 2023 kind of 2 different games, which is like first very basic hyper casual game, and then in 2023 kind of year is like a hybrid casual type of game. But there's like lots of like interesting headlines. For example, 2013 to 2016. We're doing stupid stuff. It's like, okay, interesting. But anyway, I think for like the context of this podcast is very important that the year 2022 and 2023, which says like reborn, and obviously like some interesting facts, the hard times, blah blah blah. Obviously,
let me do just TLDR. So the main point is 25% of current revenue goes from hyper casual.
That's what I wanted to say.
The IP curve going hockey stick up here, which is the IP, and if we go to download curve, it goes actually down.
It goes down. It goes down.
So here we are. That's the main point. TLDR.
No. Like because like TLDR, there's this like 3 years of strategic iterations, which is Mob Control, Collect Them All, which are 2 games we actually talked about before. There's Block Jam, Viz, Blitz, V, whatever else, and like which is called like a new generation of casual mid-core games, shaping the Voodoo's future. So that's the hockey stick right there in terms of the in-apps. So now he said it's like they're stronger than ever, obviously. But yeah, the most important part is like 20%, 25% is only like hyper casual, and everything else is just, let's call it hybrid casual. And also they're forecasted to reach 600 million revenue this year. So that's not bad. It's not bad. Anyway, so...
not bad is pretty great, mate.
Yeah, I know.
No, like it's pretty much like a rising phoenix. Let's be honest, because it was all doom and gloom with the hyper casual, and it is.
No, but like that's the thing.
In the portfolio.
Yeah, it's like hyper casual is dead. Okay, well, hyper casual is dead, but then like is that like it kind of evolved? Sure. But like that was the foundation for hybrid casual. So like fuck, I don't care if it's dead or no, but it's like you're at this point, and then you're kind of moving to a hybrid casual and like earning
I
shit
wouldn't
fuck ton
say
of
so,
money.
to be honest. Like hybrid
Why?
casual was here already from like times of Archero. Nobody
Sure.
cared about it
Yes,
because
nobody
everybody
cared
was
about it,
swimming
yes.
in Corona traffic.
There was no name for it.
Yeah,
There was no
exactly.
name. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not the
But it was
foundation.
like the
it's
only
just
thing.
like everybody is now screwed up and they need to move on. Otherwise, there's
Sure.
no
But it
tomorrow.
was like
That's it.
Yeah, but if they were not screwed, then they wouldn't move to hybrid casual
exactly.
because they wouldn't need to
but
do it.
they could move. They could move with Archero
but
already, but nobody
Yes.
cared.
Yeah, because it wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
You know how much easier it was to do the hyper casual than
Yeah.
hybrid. But anyway, let's just start with Block Jam.
Yeah, Block Jam 3D. Wait a sec. Block Jam 3D.
3D. Yeah.
Jakub, what you got for us? Tell us.
Yeah. So Block Jam 3D, I would say one of the rather more interesting puzzle games that I played recently.
It's very interesting, actually. And it's quite hard,
like it.
honestly.
It's very interesting. It's
If you
very
lose focus,
hard.
if you
very-
lose focus, you don't progress. It's
fuck.
that simple. If you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
focus.
exactly. You can't just tip. Okay,
Yeah,
level 30.
So,
okay.
yeah, let's
Felix,
go.
what's your level?
Yeah, what's your level?
22.
Matej?
So, yeah, 19. I couldn't pass the hard level.
15, 19 were quite hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start with core gameplay. So recently, I would say this is one of the new trends in the puzzle subgenre, where we have this kind of a, let's call it sorting bar.
Do you think it's like a bit like tile, like the tiles? from
No,
Tile?
no.
It's exactly the dynamic
it?
here, because keep in mind, like the content and the boards change. So we have like the usual whatever Candy Crush, the Match 3, the Tie Buster games. They don't have this. Now we move into these games, which we did with Triple Tile and like all these other games, Triple Match 3D, where you have like, let's say, the sorting mess on top of the screen. Matej, muted if you're saying something. And then you have this bottom bar where the bottom bar pretty much limits your possibilities of moves. So instead of like, you having like to search for something in there, you are actually matching stuff only on the bottom bar. That's the very interesting limiting factor. And what's changing is like the input on top, which is like either the mess or you have it like here, for instance, these kind of running blocks.
Now you can hear me.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
It's kind of very interesting because here, for instance, if let's say you need to unstack or let's say make blocks ready available. So let's say if I want to get to this block, I need to get like here and only now I can use it, but I can still like do any other block. There's no gravity involved, no cascades, no these other usual match 3 or let's say puzzle mechanics. So it's kind of unique, but the sorting bar stays. And keep in mind, this is even from that other game we covered last year, the Chinese sheep game, where they also had the sheep, the sorting bar, where it's pretty much like the sorting bar makes the dynamic interesting because it limits you on like how much you can, let's say, delve into the mess on top.
Honestly, I'm missing only the brain age type of thing on the top. very kind of progress through the levels. It's like, oh well, your brain age is now 18 or something.
Because recently, even Candy Crush itself had a similar soft launch.
Yeah, that's what I said when I was muted. Candy Crush 3D.
Same like this kind of bottom bar sorting mechanic. They are hopping on the mess train, let's say, where the top is like complete mess, and you need to like put it on the sort bar. This is a little bit more structured that I think also which adds to readability and makes it more hyper casual. But in the end, it is this kind of a sorting puzzle where pretty much 3 of the same tokens match on the bottom. And then it depends on like very, very intense planning of your moves, because suddenly you can't really, just click on everything and then like you're stuck.
One wrong click.
One wrong click, you're fucked. Yeah, you need
literally
one
wrong click and then
you're fucked. I know, yeah.
So
almost passed the level 19, and I was like one click. I was like, okay, so I need to make a decision, and I made the wrong decision.
On the third level, on the third part, on the third part of the last level.
But that's why they make so much money, because like you make this wrong decision, and then you have these power ups or whatever is there down.
Yeah, the usual kind of
the usual thing. Yeah. You just don't want to lose the progress.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the usual, sunken cost fallacy kicks in when you already invested. Yeah. Especially now with this kind of 3-segment level, where every level have these kind of 3 segments, which I guess even reinforces this
honestly
fallacy.
those levels are still like random. So if you like redo the levels, they're always the different. They're always different.
There's new sorts.
The shape is the same. The colors are different. That's the interesting part. And I guess it's completely controlled because every time
100%, man, 100%.
My pass rate goes higher.
Because usually third or fourth time when you try the same level, it's easier.
Yeah, of course. Like that's the usual, like, how it's called, DDA, dynamic difficulty adjustment.
Yes.
That we nicely always talk about. Which this is the most hardest things about match or whatever, any puzzle games, because it's like seems so easy. So like
of course.
On surface, it's like why this would be hard to code or develop.
Let's copy 1-to-1.
Yeah, so much stuff happening under the surface with these games. Like don't get disappointed that it works completely different.
That's why when you have peak games founders leaving the company and then suddenly building dream games or other games like Spike games, and then like building these match-free games, and it's like, oh wow, these games, like it's the same game. Well, it's not the same fucking game. It's you have the experience, so you can build very similar.
You know the numbers. You know the systems under the surface.
The Excel sheets and everything, the calculations.
Yeah, like let's say all these levels usually are A/B tested to hell. For best churn index ratio, or like new mechanics, for instance, like how the content treadmill works on puzzle games is that you add these new mechanics on and on and on forever, pretty much. So let's say we have this like exploding barrels, we have these like whatever tunnels which hide the things that we need, which are really annoying.
Yeah, that was one of the like wrong decisions I made. But also like the question is now, like they are hyper casual studio. Well, they were. Now, like you need to have designers with experience in match free, to build these type of games. That's the
completely normal, casual, puzzle game. And it's all based on your retention curve, which is the reflection of the quality of your level design, which is exactly this: mechanics, puzzle setup, and like how much you end up with these kind of.
Boom, there's our pre-roll for this episode.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Very
well.
Very well.
So we're clearly seeing that Voodoo is really tapping into that casual to mid-core expertise now. This is not something that like a normal external hyper-casual studio can create. It's very obvious.
Won't be able to do it.
And also keep in mind this game was in soft launch from April 2020. Yeah, April 15, 2022. So. And it's just being scaled from what, like September or somewhere there? August.
We can look into.
We can talk about it in your UA part.
We can talk about the numbers. I will show the graph and then kind of explain like what I mean by soft launch and what you mean by soft launch, maybe. But
let me ask you a question for my part before we get on that, and we'll talk about it in my part. But how many rewarded ads did you watch?
Oh man, fuck me.
None, pretty much. Like
I watched all of those after. I watched all of those after the level because I wanted to see the visual progression.
So first, in the first like I think 10 levels, I didn't watch anything. Then I started getting like all the interstitials, which is quite good because I saw like shit tons of like Fishdom and Township creatives, and also playable ads, which they copied 1-to-1 for like Idle Bank Tycoon and My Perfect Hotel. Guys, Playrix, again, very, very good job. This is something that works apparently. But then like I watched every rewarded video after every level just to get like double the reward because I wanted to progress more like quickly.
Okay.
But tell me, like these like banner ads, like is it really like going to be a whole like big chunk of the revenues?
I mean, like if it moves the needle?
Yeah.
A little spoiler alert for my part. Like interstitials probably are half or 2/3 of the revenue on this title, and then the rest is between banners and rewarded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. The thing is that for a like Voodoo game, you would expect more ad placements, but I think it's because even if we see the download curves on this game, it's not that high actually.
Yeah.
It's like it resembles literally like a casual puzzle game.
Yeah, I don't think like this is like 50-50 split.
Yeah. So
no way.
If I watch it here now,
hello Golden Goblins.
That's new. Like
no, it's not. Stuff. Man, it's not new.
Okay.
I already seen it multiple times.
I haven't been in the news.
Like welcome to the UA world. Yeah, I've seen a million times before.
Yeah, but anything else that like they have there? Because if I understand correctly, their lose condition isn't slab with
Let's get
reward
into let's get into my part, and then I can talk about it. Then
let me finish the
all these spoilers.
It will need to be a little bit more, let's say, explanatory, because the thing is that I'm seeing like the first signs of some like transition of templates. Let's say.
That's what I wanted to ask you about, because it really felt really similar to mob control some aspects.
Yeah. So let me put that on screen so we have it now.
Okay.
As usual, because we can see two games at once, which is amazing. Here we go. So, we finish the reward of that. We get this like whatever build currency. It's, by the way, even the same color as in mob control.
Yeah.
And then if we continue between every level, we have this visual progression, which is exactly taken from mob control, literally one to one. There's like no kind of difference to it.
Again, why
and it seems it works
the
well.
wheel?
Yeah, why reinvent the wheel? And it's like
I
wouldn't call it a template. It's pretty much like some team did well, so the guys at Voodoo told the other team, "Hey guys, maybe you should implement this and see what."
Yeah, but like, what does this even like do in the game? Like, you're building this island, like, so what? I mean, why is it there? Like, it's like zero. Like,
it looks good. It
value.
Feels good when you press it, but I don't really know what it does.
The thing is that building something, or like just having a clear path from point A to point B is very rewarding because it's structured. If you just go between level and level and level and level endlessly and there's nothing in between, you get bored. That's just kind of normal thing. And this is probably something that drives their long-term retention. But in the end, the real kind of a kicker here is this. These quick time streak events.
Yeah, the events.
Like this seems like steroid version from the Monopoly Go, because they also have this kind of quick time
steroid
events.
version.
Like on steroids, I mean, because literally all of these puts you in like a small player ladder of like, hey, you have limited time to compete with these other guys. Literally yesterday, I got this event which was like moving a bomb on like a bridge, and who kind of gets exploded.
Yeah, you have to complete the levels to progress in these events.
Yeah. And the thing is, it really focuses on streaks. So
if
you
lose, you're fucked.
Yeah. And you don't want to lose your streak, which is there. By the way, if you look into the purchases, hard level purchase is their third best IAP. Instead of packs.
Do you have a list of the top performing IAPs?
Yeah. I will. Yeah. Go on, and I will.
Just trying to be UA manager, admin manager.
No. This is good. Now this is good. So we have. Wait.
Yeah, here we are. Small coins, medium coins, hard level offer, $4.99.
Yes.
And then large coins, and then piggy bank, and only then no ads bundle. See?
Yeah, because
the ads are not that annoying.
Exactly.
They're really not annoying.
And so there was this. So it's actually a very good friend of the podcast, Frederick from Froyo Apps with Pickle Pete, and they actually changed the messaging around the no ads option, which they rebranded to VIP experience, because honestly, like, it didn't really have anything in common with with no ads, because you just kind of select to watch the rewarded videos, right? So then they rebranded to VIP experience. Like the increase in terms of the purchases was 1,000%. Like from day one, it's like that's how you kind of rebrand that no ads experience, because if it's no ads, nobody cares, honestly.
Yeah.
So kudos to the team, by the way.
Looking at the game, it's ultra light, literally ultra light. It still kind of retains a little bit of that hyper casual feeling, compared to mob control. Mob control is a mid-core beast compared to it. The shop is very light. There's literally nothing in it, not even free rewards. The game is super stingy, by the way, very stingy.
Yes.
You don't get anything for free that much.
One rewarded ad placement.
Yeah.
One.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Even this.
Not even the Wheel of Fortune is.
Exactly.
16 levels. 16 levels. That's 2 weeks.
But no, that scales. Wait a second. That the number in the Wheel of Fortune that scales when you progress.
Yes, and you know what you get from this? Like 5 coins.
I know.
Literally 5 gold coins. That's it. That's what you get.
Almost nothing.
Then you have this,
I know. But it's
piggy
amazing.
bank waiting here. Yeah. I would, by the way, break this and not just like leave it 650 and just scale it with your level progress. So it would like add on top and top and top and top. So that's there. And then you have these events which are pretty much popping all the time. Like literally every third, fourth level when you're moving forward. Oh, hey, by the way, why don't you compete with these other guys in 3 hours? Which are
can you show the bus one? Show the bus one because it's quite interesting.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's the thing.
Interesting.
And we have a like backstory to the bus. So if you can share, then
those are rewarded.
There's
a reward.
You can
I
replay.
can go back in time and play previous levels.
Go back in time, please.
Go
back in time. Go back in time, please.
In the meantime, as we look at it, just wanted to show this. So the IP revenue is literally a hockey stick, currently doing something like 85K a day.
I mean, it's not hockey stick, but it's quite growing quite
nice. It's steady nice growth. It's a nice ski slope.
If you look at downloads, you could see that there's something changing there. It's not really like we're scaling the game. We know like it will perform. It's like experiments. And the biggest one, let me just finish this one, is like last year when it was released, this was the game.
Yeah.
This is the game. There's no progression, no like even like this is the main menu.
Yeah.
There's like nothing there. And only 7 months later,
we're
somewhere that starts to
changed.
Resemble. Oh, sorry. No, this is still like the old one.
No. Like you have the levels. Like you had like if you go to previous, you have the level, and then
so
it's already
before
there.
They had no power ups. Like just pure
no power ups.
Probably just testing the day one retention. Then they added the power ups and like make it a little bit more, they're segmented and stuff like that. The levels are between like different segments, and only afterwards, which is like 7 months old YouTube video, they have the visual progression there.
And now you tell me the dates of these videos because it exactly matches the
UA waves,
the UA bumps. Yes, it's like it's right there.
Yeah,
and it's exactly what I wanted to talk about, like around like market testing, soft launch, global launch, and then there is a scaling phase basically, which is like, I mean, not sure if this is the scaling phase, but there are these waves of
But literally,
UA.
like this is I would say like development during soft launch. Literally, like they don't do the game in a way that like, oh, we're gonna build this puzzle game. No. They just
of course,
get this nice puzzle mechanic. The retention seems okay. So what we can duct tape on top of it? Literally,
that was the market testing. There was the market testing for sure. Like there's this spike. If you go back to Sensor Tower, and by the way, thank you Sensor Tower for this. If you go to the downloads, and then there's the spike at the very beginning of all of this. Yeah, there you go. So on the left hand side.
August
No. Completely left.
This one. This one.
Exactly. So they released the game. There was like US only. Then they added like few other countries. I'm going to talk about like which of these. And then this is the spike. So they tested something, and then shut down the UA, and then they resumed
the game.
And resumed the UA around like that time somewhere. That's the soft launch basically. And now the global launch is around like I think in March. And then like since then it's a global launch, but now they're like this scaling phase. And obviously like all of these like spikes, I mean this is actually like very interesting because they have these spikes of UA and like the new spend and like kind of trying to scale, but the revenue is just going up like this.
Because those are casual puzzle users. They have like 180 ROAS and they just play forever and pay slow. Yeah. That's the thing. So this then resembles a casual puzzle game.
Yeah, but then like all those spikes in UA, like that's the new version that kind of helps you kind of scale because like they released a new version with different features, like these like progressions. Kind of they saw like the impact on the UA KPIs, then they scaled down again, then added something new, then scaled again, and now they added this. And we have a little backstory to this one. So
there's the backstory here?
So there's the bus jam from Rolik, and there's a block jam from Voodoo. So the bus jam from Rolik apparently had quite a good playtime values. So Rolik tried to find some games with the bus theme, and then this bus jam, which is exactly this kind of bus theme or bus mechanic that you are seeing. Yeah, bus sorting kind of. This is like another game actually. So they added this another game into their game, again going back to this which we are talking about for a year, building games within games. They added this like a daily event, and now they're using it in the creatives because it works so well. It's amazing, and it reduces exactly, because it's not fake, and it's so close. Look, so it's everything, but you're just sorting buses.
A little bit of twist.
Yeah, exactly. It's a twist, and it works really well in UA. So they build it in the game. It's like how they build it in game. It's a calendar, man. It's it's fucking amazing.
But this is like a normal mid-core or casual mechanic where you have the same core gameplay in different contexts. Like, let's say AFK Arena. It has 4 or 5 modes built into it. There's level mode, PvP mode, roguelite mode, whatever. It's exactly the same thing. So welcome to the big boys club of mid-core and casual.
Yeah, exactly. This is great, honestly. This is really good.
Yeah, it's amazing that the studio is moving, I would say, miles ahead currently in last few months. And one last thing I want to show you, I was just casually strolling through their portfolio account because they have lots of new stuff coming up. But just 2 games kind of struck me here. There's Monster Survivors.
Oi.
Notice the image here.
Oh, it's
taking on Happy at their own game, huh?
Yeah.
And then
Survivor.
Final Survivor.
Oh, Final Survivor. This is the same thing.
Yeah. So, but see, it's very hybridish. So I can already see that we will be looking here again soon, because based on if literally Voodoo switches their whole grinder machine,
of course they
hybrids.
Switch. 100%. They have
figure out the pipeline, if they figure out the processes and everything, because also the other thing that I saw there, they were literally not gonna show it, but just stroll through it. There's a beach volleyball game, very kind of mid-core-ish one. There's a racing game. There's whatever these other pretty much experiences that we see normally with mid-core and casual games, and they just slap it there, probably just see the retention, doesn't care about the progression at all. If it works, then they allocate the resources and build it up like the Block Jam 3D game. Copy the progression, put this progression, put that progression, whatever, prolong the 30, increase IAP, put in some kind of stable economy, and so on and so forth. So I think they are using a very different approach compared to things that we saw with Hobby, with Say Games, with all these other people, because they are building from the other part, because those studios start with the template, and they know what they're doing and what they're going to end up with. These guys are starting from nothing, and only afterwards they start to throw some stuff on top of it, because they already know the day one retention or the retention curve works.
Yeah. Cool. Let's do Admon, because it makes sense, a good transition, I think, and then we'll do UA last. Matej's muted again, so we can't even do his UA part. Remia, can you share screen again? Because I'll need you to showcase something, because for ad monetization, you know how we've been complaining on this podcast about CMP rollout and the bullshit in the EU, but I did miss one big fact, and that is when you set up your CMP correctly, if you start a level, please, basically it makes my analysis life so much easier, because if you go to settings and then privacy, you see the full list of all the ad networks that they're working with. Of course, there's no guarantee that they're listed, but basically they have to list them. So Block Jam 3D has the following networks listed in the CMP list: Vungle, Unity, Ad Colony, Amazon Publisher Service, as TikTok, BidMachine, Chartboost, Meta, Fiverr, Immobie, Google, Iron Source, Line, Mintegral, Ogre, Odeo, and Tempo Platform. So
that's a really nice thing. I can be Felix now.
Exactly. So the interesting thing is here, right? So I checked on all the links for the privacy settings just to see if they're all working. all of them are working except Tempo platform, which, that link is broken to their privacy page. So in terms of the eyes of regulators, naughty. I'd go ahead and fix that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's a nice catch.
Yeah, it also shows the Voodoo team is planning
Amazon.
on integrating audio ads because they have audio in there, which is quite interesting. I've personally never seen it generate more than 10% of a game's revenue, but
10%
if they keep scaling this game, 10% will come quite in handy, right?
I would say 10% is still generous.
So,
yeah,
bonus for my two co-hosts. I have a bonus question for you both. The list I listed just now from the networks, what is odd about that list?
Let's go down and Google in Mobi. Iron Source, Line, Integral, Tempo. What should we be looking for?
There's no Applovin.
No Applovin, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
The biggest video network on the planet right now. And I know this game is super light on rewarded placements.
But they're scaling on Applovin like fucking
largest...
crazy.
Huh?
So they're scaling
but
on
it's not
Applovin.
listed there, so leads me to deduce that they're probably using level play for mediation.
That's very true. But in that case,
to add it into the list.
wait. Or maybe
you have to keep it there. You have to have it in there if you're going to work with that network, right?
Well, you have to, because somebody says no, boo. If you don't have it there,
yeah.
Well,
the European regulators, they've already sued Voodoo once. I don't think they're going to be keen on breaking these rules again.
Yeah, but they get sued once, so now they're at least 6 months. Okay, you know how it works.
Like the star in Mario Kart, you're immune for a while.
Yeah, you're immune for a while. You can't get sued like twice in 6 months.
Anyway, I can't think of a reason not to have Applovin in here.
That's true.
Maybe they haven't, but they just haven't put it in the CMP.
It doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, it makes sense now, because in that case they're not very heavy on ads, so they're not using the blended ROAS, but they're using in-app purchase kind of ROAS campaigns.
Because they are working with Adjust. You can see that listed. So Adjust is their MMP. So that could also be why they're scaling on Applovin. So
no. Wait. That's not very much related. You have Adjust doesn't do shit to Applovin if you have.
No. Okay, so to the actual ad placement. So Block Jams 3D has similar ad monetization strategy to some tile games we covered in the podcast previously. So meaning it's super heavy on interstitial ads and not heavy on rewarded ads at all. The game pretty much shows an interstitial ad whenever it can. When you lose a game, it shows you an interstitial ad. Like when you beat a level, it shows you an interstitial ad. Whatever mood you have as a player, there's an interstitial ad for you. I think it's the most interesting part, I think, is that even after you beat a level, you get interstitial ad, and then you can see the rewarded ad placements. So
you can escape it, pretty much.
Yeah, it's interstitials is the way to go here. So they're showing at such a diligent rate. So I think they're close to at least 9 or 8 impressions on average with an ad viewer rate of 70%. So that means that interstitial ads must be making at least 2/3 of the entire ad revenue. Banners are shown, not too much to say about that. 10-second refresh timer, meaning that the session length is... Yeah, so session length, if it's between 17 to 22 minutes, you'll show about 80 impressions to users per day. So then we have left the rewarded ads. I think it's being a bit underutilized, but they're making so much IAP, so maybe it's not. Maybe this is the way to go.
Need to keep in mind rewarded... now they're caring much more about the retention, especially with puzzle players. So it's a trade-off. Yeah, trade-off. So the only rewarded ad placement I think that matters is that after you beat a level, the 2x. Is it coins or is it the little men? I don't know what they're called.
2x of everything basically. Both. So you have trophies, coins, and then these characters.
Visual for nothing currency.
The funny thing is it says 2x, but this didn't really recalculate the whole sum. It's just 2x, and then you fight what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, they've even gone so far, they've abandoned some of the classic rewarded ad placements. There's no rewarded ad placements when you run out of lives. Whoa. Imagine Voodoo 2 years realizing that and talking about that. That's big. What?
See? Hard level offer. There you go.
Yeah.
even the thing that strikes me here, like could be low-hanging fruit, is that Wheel of Fortune on the main menu, that you could get a spin of that for a reward of that. Like that's still, for me, it's the most stingy, like one of the most stingy mechanics they have in terms of like, what they give out when you actually reach it. But yeah, no rewarded ad there. But anyway, I don't think rewarded impressions per DAU is 2.5 maximum, if that even. So it's quite small. But yeah, it's cool to see them focusing on retention mechanics instead. So if we look at the latest DAU data from Sensor Tower from the last month, in the US on iOS is about 60,000 DAU, Android about 40,000 DAU, and iOS worldwide is 115,000, and Android worldwide is about 113,000. So in the last 4 weeks, they've earned on average about 28K. And yes, I did take into account Black Friday weekend in the CPM calculation. So they've earned about 854 grand in the last 30 days. And in the same 30 days, according to Sensor Tower, Block Jam has earned 2.3 million in IAPs. So 37% of revenue is coming from ads, which from a Voodoo game a year ago would shock me very much.
No, I would exactly say like 30% ads, 70% IAPs. I would say that. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is an ad.
That's an ad, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so 30%, 37%.
Yeah, but see, like plus 5 coins where
it's like what
100 to like use a power up in the level.
That's true.
But like honestly, like they have also this network listed, a Tempo platform that didn't have the privacy link. That's some kind of like e-commerce shopping linking network.
Well, you have Amazon there.
Anyway,
you have Amazon there, so
Amazon is there. Anyway, so 37% ad revenue.
Well, it's like it looks like they made like 9 million in Sensor Tower, like lifetime. So that means, well, like 30% out of that.
Add another 37% on that?
Yeah. So it can be like 13, 14 in total. 13 maybe.
But by the way, guys, have you checked this? Just like one very interesting tidbit. If you go here, you can see like the ranking of top players. Have you seen?
Yeah,
they have like
it's insane.
123K for the first player.
This is fake.
I don't. Seems to me it's fake because like I don't.
Of course, it's fake. If you're like, if you play this game, you just change the fucking nickname.
But still, like 26.
What is 123,000 levels? Let's assume it takes 3 minutes to beat every level. Like how many minutes is
Candy
that?
Crush is currently totaling something like 15K plus.
Exactly. That's why it's fake.
Yeah.
But it's amazing because
if you're called Daisy04, please reach out.
Please, Daisy04, please.
I'm reaching out to Gaiton from Voodoo. I'm just gonna be like, mate, is this real? There's no way. 123,000.
But you know who is Daisy04? It's the same person that was attacking Jakub in Monopoly Go all the fucking time.
Man, let's go over the UA. I want to see the hooks because this game must have some crazy good hooks.
No.
No?
It'll be quite disappointing. It's not about the hooks in hybrid casual. You could always. I mean, you should always.
Everything is about a hook.
No. So,
all right.
So we have this hockey stick you already talked about, which is the revenues, and we could see the game made 9 million net revenue, which obviously is something around, well, like let's call it 12, I think, in like based on like sadness multiplier. I would still think like, look, I mean, even though like we have Sensor Tower data, but we know like how it really works in reality.
It's estimates. So it's not real revenue.
It's still estimates. So I think like this, and it's like still very conservative assumption. So it's 9. Let's call
it 12.
Yeah,
and then add on another 4.5.
Yeah, exactly.
Ads.
Yeah. So it's what 16, 17.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And it's growing like hell, like since basically the global launch over here, which I think it's right there. Yeah. So I think the global launch is around like this kind of day because they started getting revenues from like different countries, and obviously like here it's even like more evident, like US, Japan, and even like the Japan. country here is quite interesting because they were running Japan even before, because I saw Japanese creatives, but I will get there. So if we go to downloads, and this is what I wanted to talk about. So, I mean, it's June, I think like April you said, and then, so this is what I call a market testing. So they had this like interesting mechanic. They put it out there. It's US only. They tested something. Now they like pushed the UA a little bit more and then scaled down again. And now in July they scaled again in like different countries just to get more data. And this is what I would call like the market testing, and like trying to understand if this kind of, let's say, block
core gameplay works.
Core gameplay works. Then look, it's scaled. They scaled down to like 33 downloads per. So it's basically nothing. I think they shut down the UA. It was just
you know what they did? You know what they did? They started when we released our first 2.5 Gamers podcast.
There you go. Easy. Thank you very much.
Problem solved.
Thanks.
Yeah,
problem solved.
Have a good day. Bye.
Have a good day. Bye. Cheers. No. Here in the May, or like somewhere here after we discussed all the hybrids, like they started scaling because that's that's what happens. Anyway, so then like they started this like I think soft launch around this like November maybe.
Keep in mind that both like mob control started kind of.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. So it's like it's all connected, and also like when we talked about like the Say games and like My Perfect Hotel, then everything else, it's all connected. So one game scales, they get all the learnings, then they scale down that game, and then they see better numbers in the different games. They start scaling that game. It's just all connected, and this is also like like you have different games, different game teams maybe, and then suddenly here you start scaling again after
it's
global launch.
Much more transferable because the games are so heavy. Like I know like Voodoo ran this kind of Voodoo Academy, it was called. I don't know if it's still running, but they were pretty much like teaching external hypercasual developers the know-how of everything, of literally everything. And
we will teach you everything, so we can squeeze you the most out of you. That's the academy.
Some general rules apply, but it was still lottery, and it was all about volume. As much developers as possible, as much shot on goal, and like pretty much tickets in the lottery. Now it's different. Now it's like,
so that's the thing.
If you have a promising core gameplay, how can you translate it into hybrid?
But also, like I think here, like we discussed in the previous episodes, it's more about like long term. It's like it's not soft launch versus global launch and like scaling immediately.
Yeah, it's development during soft launch.
Exactly. So you just like they pushed the game here in like, let's call it like a soft launch, and now I see this like March 2023 and onwards, and they started like opening it up to like more countries. Then there's like definitely new build, and now they scaled a little bit more again in May, and then they scaled down. They worked on the game, and then they suddenly saw like quite interesting KPIs, and then scaled again. So all these like, let's work on the game for 3 days, let's test it out, and then kill it immediately doesn't apply anymore. Right? That's not how it works. So, but like, if you still think about like all these like smaller teams which were hyper casual back then, they're still kind of small. And now like, what should you do? Should you just work on the game for like 6 months like here when you're a small team and you don't have like enough money? Well,
they're probably getting funded by Voodoo, that's my guess.
Could be, or they're getting funded by someone else because they see the potential. Because like we scaled. We had 5 games scaled by Voodoo, few hundreds millions of downloads. So we know what we do. Now we are moving to hybrids, but we don't have the money.
Even if you don't have like casual mid-core product know-how, you still have a head start because you are like a successful hyper casual studio. So you know how to create fun core gameplay, which is not that easy, by the way. Like core gameplay, iteration, and production is like a skill that literally you are missing in a lot of studios completely. Yeah. It's like a completely different team compared to like the live ops team or the usual kind of a heavy money team.
Yeah, that's true. And now we're looking at let's say this May 2022 to November 2022, which was kind of like this, let's say, market testing / beginning of kind of soft launch and what kind of creatives they had. Look, so if you check it out, then there you go. Like different characters. Jesus.
Oh, the men have bodies there.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So it's different.
Things.
Can
And
you turn that down?
yes, I
Yeah, Matej killing us with creative sound again.
Yeah.
obviously, and that's again
Now it's
different
just blocks.
Exactly, it's blocks because block jam, right? And this also like if you reach pink color, you're legally skilled. So all the like hyper casual kind of tactics in the creatives.
Yeah,
and then
only 3%. I'm just waiting
only
for
4%. Now this like, ooh,
Oh no, random AI generated voice.
yeah. So they know, but it's the same thing. But then like that's it. Oh, not.
Oh, there's the hand.
There's the It's also emojis. And can you see? Can you see? Yeah, that. Oh, okay. I know. It's turned down already. But can you see the like the Japanese signs here? That's the thing. Emojis, and then where was the hand? Yeah, here's the hand. Iteration. So it's like all of the like tricks in terms of the UA, but they were trying. Oh, well, this is actually.
Is there something fake or something like different?
Like why would you need anything fake in this?
I mean the buzzword game.
Well, I will show it.
We'll get there.
This like the only like the creatives they have now. It's just like that's it. Basically.
Yeah, but they need to stay the same. It's hyper casual formula for low CPI. Like it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but in terms of like this is all they got, like pretty much. But in this period, it was only about Iron Source, Applovin, Unity, maybe a little bit of like a Google. That's it, right? So that's the like interesting part. Then we have kind of read on the retention, which is again, Mika called it like happiness multiplier, right? So this is a little bit. Maybe a little bit different in reality, but like this, it looks like they have like day 147, but then day 60, 40%. And if you look at day 90, it's 3%, which is actually not bad, I think. But and that's iOS. But I guess like this maybe the day one is
but it's not not your next royal match.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But it's not your.
But the tactic is different. Like
match.
royal match wants to have 1-2 royal matches in portfolio. These guys wants to have 20 block jams that are all making like 2 mil per month.
Yeah, pretty much. That's true. But then this is like the real kind of deal. What they do now. Can you see?
Yeah, it's Applovin.
It's Applovin all of the whole. Exactly.
You weren't lying,
man. It's everything. It's Applovin.
Then it makes even less sense why they don't have Applovin as a network, because users are tagged on the admon side, so you get a higher ECPM because if you're doing UA with a network, it's
crazy. But like it's like all Applovin in last 3 months basically, and I will show you like last 30 days, and it's still Applovin. It's just different creative, which is now like popping. But this is a sec. Maybe you will lose. Oh, Jesus Christ! Again, do you see
the bus?
The bus theme is just everywhere.
It's not fake, but it's not real either. It's somewhere in between.
Well, what do you mean it's not real? It's exactly real.
Clever use of product UA.
But this is the thing. Like they used this because they found out that the game with the bus theme has really good like play time metrics. Somehow
they didn't find out. They seen like all the games with bus sorting team in all the hyper casual companies portfolios.
Yeah, but the thing is, what to do? Sorry,
this is literally the game they have.
Yeah, so the thing is, they saw it works really well, so they used it in creatives. Again, you have these characters.
You mute it seriously.
Oh, you mean mute the okay?
But we're back there at step 1. Like we need to have a product UA funnel, literally.
Of course. But the thing is, it works well, and they implement it in the game again and again. And we talk about it like something interesting.
Will be the same.
Fuck. Yeah, I know.
But this your sensor tower, please mute.
This is
creatives on.
Sorry. Unfortunately,
but this is really interesting that now even hyper casual, which is the king of low CPIs, needs to use this trick.
Because
literally.
The thing is, because this is not a hyper casual anymore.
Yes,
it's a hybrid casual or casual puzzle or whatever. You need to decrease the CPIs. and you need to
but
do
the whole
it
point
with
of hybrid casual is to pretend to be hyper casual. I have low CPI to begin
not
with.
Pretend. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, like, you have low CPIs, but if this can get you even lower CPIs, why wouldn't you do it? It's like, of course, you would do it immediately. And the thing is, yeah, exactly. You kind of like implement it exactly right away into the game. And how you do
product
it?
UA,
Easy.
literally product UA.
Yeah. Okay. Oof. I lost. So they have also obviously the playables. What? Oh, okay. Now I see. It's annoying. But anyway, of course they have playables because they're super heavy on Applovin, and I can't go. Oh, okay. It just stuck. Well, because that's everything else, and then we have some other like roller coaster. Yeah. Cover your ears.
Just different graphic.
Yeah.
Or roller coaster. Graphic, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See, this is a nice
find the
this
yellow
is the
one.
Future. Probably next after buses is going to be a roller coaster.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't tap anywhere. Space station. I mean, I can't tap anywhere. That's like it's really annoying.
Good, then you're just going to ruin it.
Yeah.
Don't click on it anymore.
Yeah, there's a play blade as well. Don't worry, it's not going to.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a train now instead of roller coaster.
Yeah, and then oops, and that there you go. That's it. I mean, it's quite straightforward, right? So
yeah,
but it's good. Okay, but then if there are like different shapes and all of these like play blades, which is like amazing because you see how many playables they have? 1, 2, 3,
4, 5. Was it
4? And I think even more. So like that's exactly what you want to have on Applovin, and like if you're scaling outside of Facebook and all of the fun stuff. Well, obviously there's like look Applovin last 30 days, Applovin, Google, Iron Source, and again Applovin. Then that's basically we have here cover your ears. This is something that's scaling quite heavily in the last few weeks. So, but like all in all, if you have these like hybrid casual games, and this is just like you can't have like so many different creative concepts. You can have like different playable ads because you can scale it on ad networks quite heavily, and this is what happens here, like different roller coasters or whatever else.
But nothing's stopping you from copying the other current trending
exactly.
putting into your live event and like changing the creatives accordingly.
That's true. And that's how you still are gonna win in like next year and the year
stay
after.
relevant with the UA.
Exactly. It's like there's like you can't. And this is again, look. It's again hyper casual game and mechanic, which is super easy, and this is something that like it's trending quite heavily. So literally using like different hyper casual mechanics in your hybrid casual game, and you kind of like win afterwards. Anyway, but if we want to see like weird shit, which I usually try to get, where? On Facebook and Instagram, obviously. But it's almost all the same. It's very
the old build.
Yes,
old build of the game.
Exactly. It's old build. You know why they use this old build? Because I'm pretty sure like they used these creatives like gajillion like years ago, and it still has like quite a good history, and that's it.
Plus his older audience on Facebook. That's how you use all creatives.
No, but seriously, like again, Bus
Trust
Team,
me, bro. Look it up.
Yeah. I know Bus Team. Wait a second. This is interesting. Bingo. Bingo.
See, the older audience is getting there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, older audience. There you go. Because like that's how it works.
I mean, I was saying it to sound like a joke, but it's pretty much true.
It's very true. It's very true. It's failed bingo and some other shit. So this is how it works. Matching colors and all of this. Match 3D. Look.
Oh, really? Gotcha.
Yeah, and then oh wow, this is amazing. Can you match free? Of course, I can match free. But anyway, this is also look. Do you recognize?
That's taking from
Which one? Tell me. It's their own game. Collect them all, pretty much.
Yeah.
So all in all, I think I can stop sharing now.
Is the general consensus from this episode that we are all three impressed?
We are, yeah. I think we are.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
To be honest, like I'm not like super impressed.
Of course,
I'm
you're
rather,
never you're never impressed.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
you're not even.
I would say I'm positively surprised.
Oh
that
yeah, you
it
are. Yeah, you
didn't
are.
take them that long to jump on this hybrid casual train. That's what I'm currently.
Well, look,
Like it's not like the same level of, let's say, hobby or whatever. Like like the template that you can literally dish out stuff, because I think it's more accidental currently rather than like just discovering what works.
well, it's
like,
experimental. Let's call it
Yeah.
experimental.
They're still in their experimental phase compared to like hobby, where let's say games I think is kind of leaving slowly that experimental phase and already jumping on like
Ben,
mass producing what works.
We released a Voodoo episode on June 26th. They are scaling like fucking hell since then.
They pretty much transferred the company in half a year.
Then,
so like kudos to that.
Since then,
Pivot.
because of our episode. No, of course not. No, they're growing. Yeah, no, they're growing like they were growing like crazy even before.
I don't think they give a shit about us.
Of course they don't. But then, like, look, so they were making 20K a day. Now they're making 85K a day. A few months after the episode. So yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely a correlation.
Man, all this like doom and gloom stuff, like hypercasual
like
is
everything
dead,
is dead.
like
Yeah,
everything's
UA is
dead.
dead as well, man.
Interstitial is dead.
Jesus
Like you
Christ.
can't use interstitial. It's just like, man, like it's just
But that's the thing. Like everything dead is the best environment for innovation, because you need to innovate. Otherwise, you die. You cannot be complacent like during Corona years. So welcome to this new brave new world.
Let's finish on that. That was a great note.
Yeah. Very good note. Very good note.
Happy birthday again, Voodoo.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Voodoo. Thanks for doing such a good job on the UA, admon, and game design side as well for Block Jam 3D. Keep a very close eye on your next games.
Portfolio. Yeah, and we'll definitely return for another hybrid. Looks promising.
Yeah.
And for all of you guys, thank you very much for listening. Subscribe, share the podcast with your industry friends, dogs and cats, especially hybrid casual cats. They love it. And see you next time, I guess.
Join the Slack. See you there.
Join the Slack.
Yeah.
Cheers. No, I can do this if you want.
The real Slim Shady.
Yeah, the real Slim Shady. It's fine. Hello, everybody.
Wait, drink at the same time when you're doing that. You idiot.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can start. Right. Oh fuck! This is spicy. Oh. welcome everybody.
Wait, are you okay?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm pretty okay.
All right, let's start. Come on.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. This is session number 89. My name is Matej Lancaric.
I'm Felix Braberg.
And I'm Jakub Remia.
Welcome. So what are we talking about today?
No, you just redo that intro. You fucked up the intro again on the second week in a row.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
Come on, we're not doing that 2 weeks in a row. Okay, let's start again. 3, 2.